he's getting off by provoking the SJWs in his chat so they can pick them off one by one and be like, purged, purged, purged. Anybody that's gonna call him out, anybody that's gonna take exception to his view, like, right? He's just like baiting them. Like, how's it going? I'm here with my jellies. I'm here with my jellies. We gotta talk about Xanderhal again. We've got to talk about the dude, the legend, the myth, Xanderhal, because Xanderhal he's got this like narrative, right? That the anti-SJW Gamergate sussy bakas are coming back, and it's all the fault of the SJWs. Yeah, the left is full of SJWs, right? And it's our fault that they're gonna do Gamergate again. I don't know, chat. It's a pretty confused thing. It's a pretty confused thing, and Xanderhal's a pretty confused guy, right? He you know, grew up weaned. Is that's not the right word, is it? Nourished. Nurtured, there we go, nurtured on the sweet anti-SJW cringe compilations. It is time to stream once again. Look, we've been away from this debate bro shit for a little while, and like I said, I'm not going to cover this stuff as much. I don't think it's as relevant. I think that Destiny and Vosh have both eaten major L's. Yeah, wait, which one's L? That's L for you, right? Yeah, they've both eaten those. They've both eaten major L's. And I think that a lot of this shit, you know, Twitch in general, right, is not doing great. Things are about to change, okay? People's lives are changing, right? And that 19-hour cycle of raiding into one fake leftist after another Twitch politics, right? That's about to end. Like, these people are they're gonna start living again, right? And you're not gonna be able to do that. You're not gonna be able to have this like giant, like, you know, giant blob of like, you know, people that are just kind of stuck on Twitch all day, right? I think a lot of stuff is gonna change, and I'm ready to make my move on these fools, okay? Including the debate bros, you know? Including the fake leftists on Twitch. But let's see what Xanderhal's got, and like okay, and maybe I can get here's what I'm gonna try to do. All right, yeah, look at that shit, that is vamps, that is vamps, that is so awesome. I can't believe you made this. Vamps, not the microphone, but the thing right there, right? That is vamps, that is all vamps, that is 100% vamps. Mew. Okay, so what am I talking about? What am I even talking about? Okay, Xanderhal, he's a streamer on YouTube, okay? Xanderhal, one of the first communities that I hung out in. Why is that? Because I like Minecraft and he likes Minecraft. I was edgy and he was edgy, but we were kind of edgy in a different way. Like, I don't know if you know this, chat, but I'm trans, okay? And like, being trans means living a certain kind of existence, and I basically require a certain kind of darkness, of edginess, of like, you know, it's my way of dealing, right, with the world, okay? And so like, I'm dark about my shit. I make some jokes, right, about the trans experience that, taken out of context or coming from like a cis creator, they might be a little bit right? But for me, I think people kind of understand that, right? Xanderhal likes that shit. Xanderhal likes that shit a lot, you know, whether it's like, you know, whoever's doing the edgy humor, right? But it's kind of like the whole point of it is it hits different depending on who it comes out of, right? So if you don't have that life experience, making those jokes isn't funny, and you should try to be funny and edgy in your own way rather than taking other people's funny and edginess. And this is a concept that for the debate bro, for the Twitch politics person, for the Vosh or the Xanderhal, this is not a concept that is getting through the noggin. It is kept out. It is gate kept, right? They do not get this stuff. This intersectionality stuff, it is like pulling teeth for them. They're like, what? No, but I should be able to say the same things that they say, and that should be totally fine. And they just don't get it. They're like, you're treating me different because I'm white. I'm so oppressed. And you're like just cringing, and you're just like, no, wait, you're calling yourself a leftist? This is what people who come to the internet looking for leftism sometimes get. They get Xanderhal, they get Vosh, they get some white fragility, right? And it's gross. And yeah, some cis fragility too from time to time. Slander what? I know exactly, right? So yeah, we're gonna take a look at Xanderhal, and I promise not to be too mean, Lonnie, because I know you're watching. Okay, the point is not to be mean. The point is that I disagree with your dude. Okay. And White Nervosa, don't you worry, White Nervosa. I'm gonna react plenty hard, okay? But we're gonna watch the whole video. I know that pisses you off. I know that pisses you the fuck off. But we're gonna watch the whole video, okay? I hope you don't mind. Xanderhal has a lot to say, and we're here for it. We want to find out what Xanderhal has to say. What is it? Maybe we agree with his take this time. Who knows, chat? Who fucking knows? We know that it's not gonna be a good take, but it's gonna be something. And that's, oh my god, go up, okay, I have to wrestle with my mic all the time, you know this, right, chat? This is a constant struggle, and we need to get Waluigi up here too. Anyway, let us delay no further. I have kept you too long from the promised cringe-a-thon. That is Xanderhal's content. I'm sorry, Lonnie, I'm sorry, I'm trying to be nice. I swear to God, Lonnie, I'm sorry, okay? Look, I don't hate anyone. Okay, just understand that, Lonnie. I don't hate anyone. Lonnie, whoa. Okay, just make sure his takes are better. Okay, Lonnie. Okay. Yeah. Like, look, I don't hate you. I don't hate Xanderhal. Okay, but he's a sussy baka, and sometimes a sussy baka needs a little baka butt smack, and you gotta be there to provide that butt smack. Lonnie, if you provide that butt smack, then I don't have to, okay? I mean, I'm sorry, dude. If this guy's gonna sound like Dave Rubin, he's gonna become content for me. I'm so sorry. That is literally my fucking beat, is like, you know, recalcitrant, edgy, reactionary leftist streamers, right? Like Xanderhal. Yeah, sus. Very sus. Very sus. Okay, so just keep the sus under control, and I can concentrate on other people, because believe me, I don't like dunking on a former friend. And yeah, I don't know, that was bad taste on my part to be friends with Xanderhal in the first place. I was silly. Everything was silly. It was another time, chat. It was a very, very different time. That is some Ghostbusters right there. I mean, sorry, Ghostbusters. That is not Ghostbusters, because that would be copyright infringement, and we don't do that here, right, White Nervosa? You heard it from YouTube, okay? You called that like a violation of intellectual property, right? And YouTube smacked you down and said, get out of here with that garbage. And you're like, no, but you don't understand. She talks about her pussy sometimes too. She's not just talking about the video. It'd be okay if she was just talking about the video, or if she didn't do the whole video. But sometimes she talks about her pussy. I can't have her talking about her pussy while Xanderhal's video is playing. I'm sorry, White Nervosa. I'm gonna have to talk about my pussy. It's gonna have, oh my God, I probably shouldn't do it so early in the stream. That is true. I'm talking about my cat, obviously. Obviously, this is about my cat. Anyway, we're watching Xanderhal and his magical commentary. And he's gonna commentate, and I appreciate, like, listen, okay, like, let me find some good things to say about this dude, okay? I appreciate what you're talking about. This is important stuff, okay? I don't agree with your takes on these things, but, you know, like, yeah, this is, you know, you're concentrating, you know, this is where, at least somewhat, where the action is. Like, I think he's right that, you know, we might be in for another, like, you know, anti-SJW, you know, I don't know, like Gamergate-esque, like, you know, era, right? I just don't agree with you, like, pining for the old days where you could be super edgy. And like, I just got some real questions after watching a little bit of this VOD. Xanderhal, which side are you on? Who are you with? Who are you even with, dude? I thought you were here to be a leftist. What the fuck? Did you get de-radicalized or not? Like, what's going on? Do you want this bread or not? Okay, because I think you came here for bread like the rest of us, and I don't see you baking any bread. I don't see you baking any bread. Oh my God, I watched a lot of this, didn't I? oh shit, warning, there might be some nuanced takes, and if you're a leftist, if you're some kind of online leftist, it might make you rage, it might make you triggered, and it might be bad. Yeah. Before you angrily comment, oh no, I'm made by the angry comment check chat, angry comment check, meow. All right. Ow! Xanderhal, why do you always throw that thing at me? It's so annoying. I'm gonna pull it out.
So, for about the last 3 or 4 months, I have been predicting, well, frankly, a while before that even, but it's more so gotten more attention, and I started pushing it more. In the last 4 months, the idea that I feel as though culturally, particularly on the internet, but just generally in American
just generally in general,
probably,
sure,
we are plunging into a...
Oh, hey,
no
Cuts Maroon. How are you doing? Meow meow.
New age.
Hey, just nobody.
Gamergate / anti-SJW content.
Wait, most would die to have a friend like Xanderhal? Oh, I don't even know. Like, look, it's complicated, okay? It's really complicated. Understand that I didn't do, like, cringe content on this guy until he did a fucking hit piece on me. And I know he's got some, like... He had some cold feet on that shit. And I guess I appreciate that you're the one person who took your stream down. Although it like kind of looks like Warner Media Group took your stream. I can't tell. Xanderhal, I don't know what the fuck happened. Okay? I saw the tweet. I tried to talk to you. You wouldn't talk to me. You didn't want to hear from me. You were ready to do a hit piece. And I think you did a hit piece, like, right? I can't find it, though. It's been scraped from existence. Something really bad happened during that hit piece. And I'm starting to think that maybe you figured out that you were spouting bullshit live on air. And that's what stopped you, because you were ready to fucking monetize me. We were friends, okay? I did definitely offer you some critique on bringing on Lauren Southern, right? Which I thought was really fucking harmful. But you straight up put that knife in my back, and it's on now. Do you understand that? Do you understand what that fucking means? Right? You betrayed me. All right? So, like, you know, I'm gonna be way too nice. However I treat you in this is way too fucking nice, okay? Understand that.
Culture similar to what we saw during the age of 2014 to 2016 or 2017, like Gamergate era. I've been calling it Gamergate 2 for a while, or 2016 2.
Hey, look, I'm doing my Rose Wrist impression. See,
because
we got the Rose Wrist action.
Names are recognizable, and it's catchy, and it's already building on an established thing that happened in the past. That's why I call it that.
Also, you love it.
Why
That's the other reason that. No,
regardless, though,
you're a gamer.
I think it's important to talk about
gamers.
Why I think we're heading in that direction, and to constantly update you guys where and when I think we're heading in that direction.
Impact Suspects hypothesizes that it could be the hair bleach that re-radicalized. Yeah, could be.
And,
was that Keemstar?
The telltale signs of it, because I need to back up this claim if
I gotta admit something, okay? So, like, I make fun of Xanderhal for being a little bit not quite on it, not quite with it, not quite there, not quite understanding a lot of what he's talking about, okay? But I gotta also admit that there's some shit that he knows a lot about. So the whole, like, you know, anti-SJW thing, the whole Gamergate thing, all that shit, he knows a lot more about it than I do, okay? Now, that's partly because he was, like, on that side of the aisle. I'm not saying that you were a Gamergater, Xan. I've seen no evidence that that is true, okay? But I feel like your cultural affinity, and correct me if I'm wrong, was in that direction at the time. You had like an image of feminism as, you know, this oppressive force, right? And that was something that kind of like made it easier for these creators to get their hooks in you and be like, oh, watch this feminist cringe compilation, ha 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 ha. And dude, here's the deal though, like you're like out of the vat of like garbage but you still kind of got that garbage smell to you, right? And when people are reacting to your weirdness, you know, like your weird champing, right? That's what that is, right? It is not that they're like, oh, we fucking purity test here, you know, here on the left, we got to purity test the fuck out of everyone to make sure that we like only allow exclusive members into our little club. No, dude, it's because you smell like garbage. You smell like Gamergate, right? And people perceive that, people pick that up, right? And it's still there. And just like, I just see you like straddling this giant fence, and I like want to like grab Lanny by the arm and say like, aren't you worried about his balls? He's straddling a fence. He's straddling, get him, like pull him onto our side, Lonnie, for fuck's sake, okay? But no, he's gonna fucking straddle that fence because he's really comfortable there, and he thinks that Destiny's optics are something to strive for. More on that in a second. He's gonna get to that, okay?
You know, truly believe it. And I think today I've got you know, pretty good evidence for that. You know, it's nothing too crazy. It's not like I'm proving a broader trend, but I think it should put some feelings I've had for—
Are we wait, oh, so yeah, so this is Xanderhal talking about Keemstar having sort of a, I don't know what to call it, like he sort of freaked out on stream about Twitch streamers and how liberal Twitch streamers are. And if you know the Twitch politics that I know, you understand why that's ridiculous, right? Twitch as a platform slants to the right. Twitch is a platform. Listen, it's not about the audience. People think it's about the audience. It's about the subs. And who's the subs? Who's buying you subs on Twitch? People with fucking disposable income. And those people with disposable income don't really want to hear about you seizing the means of production. You're in chat with them. They're in Twitch. They're buying you gift subs. And you're not kind of realizing, like, on some level, like... you know what I mean? On some level, this is like you do have kind of alien interests, right? Not totally, right? This is more like, you know, your average like mega. Oh God, I'm like, it sounds like I'm talking shit about donors. Okay, like we appreciate donations, and if you have a lot of money to donate, this is definitely the right thing to do with it. If you feel a little bit guilty, you know, about living on that top side of the curve of capitalism, I mean, a great thing you can do is give that money to a trans cat girl who is, you know, just gonna buy a lot of sex toys with it. Like, I don't know what could be better than that. So I'm not knocking that. I'm not knocking that at all. Okay, that is fucking base. That is based and hype train pilled. Yes. But what I am saying is that those people with the money kind of control these content creators. And even though individuals in that group are pretty cool, and I, you know, like, right, I'll be the first to say that, like, you know, being wealthy or whatever doesn't make you a bad person, right? But it's, they tend to not have a great interest in discussing revolution, because revolution would really upset their apple cart, right? And they want to be the ones donating the subs, not the other way around, right? And so, you know, yeah, there's this weird dynamic that goes on there. What I'm saying, chat, is that, you know, wealthy people on Twitch kind of pull the streamers in one direction or another, and that's for the simple fact that if you want to get those subs, you better not offend Zonia. Like, right? Zonia is a great example of somebody that would donate a lot of gift subs on Twitch. Zonia has before, like, dropped, like, I don't know, how much was it? $250 or something like that? Like it was nothing on my stream just because I was dunking on Haas, right? So, you know, if you want to keep these subs in your community, right, you gotta cater to, you know, some of these, you know, wealthier people, or at least like that is where the numbers are, right? People that aren't really as interested in the leftist ideas, especially economically, right? So yeah, Twitch politics not in the least bit like leaning to the left, right? What they're probably thinking of, though, these chuds that Xanderhal's about to talk about, and yeah, I consider Keemstar kind of a chud. What they're talking about is more like, I think they just like, they see Keffals and they think that like everybody on Twitch is Keffals, And Keffals is an exception. Keffals is an exceptional person. There are not a lot of people out there that can ratio J.K. Rowling, right? There's not a lot of Twitch streamers that can do that, right? Keffals is not the rule. Keffals is the exception. And, you know, she got to where she got by carving her own path, not through any of these, like, you know, influence spheres of orbiting this person and then orbiting that person, right? She's not really about that. So seeing Twitch streamers as like clones of Keffals, that's kind of weird, but I think that's what Keemstar is doing, and I think that's where he goes wrong. And I'm wondering if Xan is going to call it out, if Xan knows Twitch as distinct from YouTube well enough to understand that that's not quite right. And we've just been talking about this week, right? So-called leftist streamer Stardust is hosting a panel moderated by Nick Fuentes. And I don't know who the other two, you know, the two actually combatants, the two debaters are, but I feel like they're along the, maybe worse than Fuentes, right? Like they're along the same lines. Yeah, it's like Flamenco and somebody, I can't remember. But like, right, this is a leftist streamer. Yeah, you know how Twitch politics works is the person, oh my God, Jennifer Feetrot, thank you for the $5. Meow, meow, meow. You know how Twitch goes, right? That like if somebody says that they're like, you know, if somebody says they're a leftist, they're probably a sockdim. If somebody says they're a sockdim, they're probably a centrist. If somebody says they're a centrist, they're probably IDW. If somebody says they're IDW, watch out, because that's an alt-right person, right? You know, hiding as what everybody on Twitch hides their right-wing power level. Yeah, it's just a thing that got kind of started, and here's how it works, right? You take, you know, the Twitch political atmosphere, which used to be heavily leftist, right? You know, after 2016, it was heavily leftist. There was this influx of like bread tube energy into it, and you know, it was pretty left, right? And what happened is, like, bit by bit, every one of those leftist streamers got replaced by somebody calling themselves a leftist who's more like Destiny, who's more like Vosh, who's selling a watered down version of whatever philosophy that they actually purport. And bit by bit, you got it where it looks left, but it actually leans right. So if you really understand Twitch politics, that is what's going on there. So this, you know, this take by Keemstar, and like, how would Keemstar, is Keemstar on Twitch? Like, how would he know? I think, right, is he banned or something? I don't think, right, like, I don't know. I feel like there's so many people commenting on Twitch that don't take the time to understand it as its own platform. It is not the same. It is not the same as YouTube. It is not the same as anything. It is its own thing. It is a very particular environment. We can get into that later. Anyway, I've talked too much, chat. You know, like, hey, White Nervosa, am I reacting hard enough for you? Do you see that I'm adding content? Do you see that if somebody just wanted to watch this, that I am getting in the way of that by actively blah, 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 blah about everything and anything, you know, right? Do you see that? This is definitely, at the very least, this is, you know, what do you call it? Something content, like, right? It's the transformative. Yes, that's the word. That's the word that saves me from White Nervosa's evil ways of trying to take my videos down and trying to take my channel down, because White Nervosa, you're a sussy baka. White Nervosa, why are you a super meanie butt? Okay? Why are you super meanie butt? Anyway, just that's special for you, White Nervosa, okay? I'm reacting hard. Am I reacting hard enough? I think I am.
For a while,
I'm pissing off chat. That's how hard I'm reacting.
I couldn't quite say to you guys. So let's talk about it. How many of you are familiar with Augie RFC? I imagine most of you in my audience.
Oh, Impact. It sounds like you know who Twitch is owned by. Oh, as in like Amazon. Okay. Literally owned by the most connected American oligarchs. And we're not saying anything bad about anyone that owns Twitch, because we love yourself for who you, Bezos. Anyway, chat. I don't
probably are. I've been friends with Augie. I got
too much energy today.
Online with Augie and Blowblacks and Nick.
Okay,
and
wait.
I recently started talking.
Okay, so this is Augie RFC, right? Here, let's get into this. Let's actually open this. Let's open the game, as Darby would say in JoJo Part 3, or Eyes of Heaven. Yeah, we could just say Eyes of Heaven. Okay, so what I want to see is, okay, so this Augie RFC. That's who we're talking about. I thought this was a right-wing channel. Am I wrong, chat? I really thought this was a right-wing channel. Xanderhal doesn't seem to think so. In fact, it sounds like Xanderhal's like friends with this dude. Which this dude has been like shitting on Keffals for like the past, I don't know, month or something like that. Like this dude seems pretty right wing, but I don't know. Like I said, like I'm not like I know about Twitch. I don't know as much about this YouTube commentary scene. Maybe, you know, if these are old school people, then maybe Xanderhal knows more about them. But yeah, about the same size as Xanderhal.
Talking to Aiden projects on Twitter, I guess, like they just followed me, and like the general drama sphere, right? I befriended them and started hanging out with them probably, I think it was 2020. Yeah, 2020. It would have been like summer 2020, a couple years now, like year and a half, 2.5 years now. Jesus, yeah, it's been a while. And while some of our engagements have been a little bit more,
oh my god, I gotta see if I can get,
you know, hectic or heated, generally I think we're on pretty cool terms, and I think they're pretty all right people, you know. And I think even politically, while I don't agree with them on everything, they, I
mean, to be fair, I'm not calling them alt-right.
I find on the most important issues fall into the correct enough positions that I don't feel a moral,
okay, I don't agree with this,
to not associate with them, right? Like,
I mean,
I've never felt like I am
like your opinion
on my own moral principles by associating with somebody like Augie or Nicholas Durio or Blowblacks or anything. I've never felt that way like I would with some other people, right? With that said, though, a benefit I've gotten from my friendship with these people has been insight through my
This is the whole problem. Benefits.
My cat's being, Lonnie, could you let the cat into your room? Through my biases and the sort of naturally forming echo.
Oh wait, the panel with Mr. Girl, which is what happens. Are you talking about the transl culture panel? Yeah, we haven't looked at, like, look, I kind of want to get into this, right? Because like Mr. Girl's a prime example of where like Twitch politics really fucking falls off, right? Where they really like shit the bed in so many ways, right? But the content that Mr. Girl does is vile. It is stomach turning shit. It is content warning, trigger warning shit. So if you want me to cover that, you really gotta, like, you know, like, let me know that you're ready for that. Cause I feel like if I show you Mr. Girl's content, I'm gonna make people are gonna be like turning me off and running to the bathroom to puke, right? It's fucked up. It's fucked up shit. The transl culture panel. Yeah, so the transl culture panel, for anybody who doesn't know, Mr. Girl did a video called Transl Culture saying that trans people have too much power and they're too able to wave their magic wand over you, go poof, and make you get canceled. Bitch, if that was true, I would have canceled you a long time ago, Mr. Girl, okay? Right? No, we don't have that fucking power. What are you even talking about, right? I mean, I think I think this is all in the context of Keffals. That is my best bet. That is the only thing, and they're acting like Keffals is the fucking, you know, like I said, Keffals is not a normal streamer. Keffals is beyond, you know, like what any, you know, like Keffals is her own thing, and so kind of like putting her on this, I don't know, like she's, anyway, it doesn't make sense, right? It's like saying, like, you know, because Superman is able to like, what does he do? What does he lift? He lifts something really heavy. He leap buildings in single bounds that like Earth people are able to do that. And it's like, no, Superman's the exception. Superman is not normal. Keffals is like Superman. So you saying these things based on Keffals is like you basing your assessment of Earth on Superman, okay? Or Goku, or whoever, right? So anyway, transl culture, after Mr. Girl made that video, he had a panel, and he got 3 people to agree to go on his panel. This was Chud Logic of Dave Rubening fame, Zonia Dead, we know who we're talking about there, right? Alt-trans streamer Zonia Dead, right? And her best friend, Polly People, right? So, like, wait, like 3 friends of the VOD. Yeah, 3 friends of the VOD were on Mr. Girl's panel, and they didn't go on there and like agree with Mr. Girl, but you know, the thing is, they are all sort of towards that viewpoint. Like Mr. Girl's viewpoint about trans people and cancellation and all that shit is more extreme, but Zonia's isn't that far behind. Zonia's also got a video talking about how trans people weaponize our identity, and it's bad, right? And you know, like you understand her morality is like, you know, you got to be really nice to the cis people, and maybe they'll treat us better. I don't know. It's absolutely ridiculous to me, right? It's not a liberatory, you know, way of thinking, right? It's a very bootlicking way of thinking.
chamber that any content creator who has an audience will eventually find themselves in allows me to look at how normies will react to the type of behavior in the online left. For those of you guys that aren't aware, Augie RFC has recently started making a lot more drama-oriented content about online lefty creators, and I'm sure many of you guys don't agree with some of his takes on it, since you love
that. You fucking love that.
But what can I say? Most of the online left has left a pretty bad impression on most of the drama community.
Here we go. Here we go. It's getting good now.
Destiny is the most reasonable out of all the creators in the space. So
okay.
That should go to show exactly what I'm talking about here. I'm going to get real spicy today.
Oh my God.
Really spicy, but I'm going to get pretty controversial today. And I know some of you guys in chat aren't going to like it, but I'm going to be pulling from fairly evident things here.
So I have noticed this lately, okay? There is more of streamers apparently trying to provoke their chat, trying to get their chat to turn on them, and then flipping out on them, Hassan style. Is this a thing that they're like trying to get from Hassan? Like, because Hassan does this. Mr. Hurl, nice. Hassan does this and like gets away with it. Vote in the poll. Oh shit. We're gonna do. Oh wow, good question. Okay. So yeah, this is it seems like a Hassan thing. I've seen Chud Logic doing this a lot lately, and it looks like Xanderhal's kind of baiting his chat too, and it's really weird too because he stakes out like a kind of surprisingly you know, like anti-woke take. I don't know what else to say, but this is just like anti-wokeism here, bruh. It's kind of anti-woke. So, and you know, like some of the chat is here for it. Some of the chat is like revolting. Oh no, they're talking about
really evident examples. Okay, so I think Augie RFC and you know, Blowblacks.
Wait, somebody in chat is saying that Professor Flowers made a call out video about how heme is the worst debate, bro. Oh wait, is it that one that also talked about President Sunday? Maybe I did see that.
And Nick and everybody, I think they're very good analogs for how the broader you know, bought in already on all the left-wing ideas kind of populace will react to certain things. And
okay, so he said populist, but I think what he means is like normies, right? He's confusing populists with normies because he doesn't know what populist means. Why don't they invite Amos Yee right away? Oh my God, yeah, right? Yeah, no, this was a kind of like, yeah, like the thing is like this panel just like it makes you feel sorry for anybody involved with it, and I don't exactly want to feel sorry for Chud Logic, right? Because he agreed to be on it. He's been a huge supporter of Mr. Girl. It's strange how there's a lot of these streamers that like really are like willing to go to the mat for somebody like a Mr. Girl or a Tomfoolery, somebody with some really yikes takes about like Pedialyte related issues. I don't know how else to say it, right? You know, and they're like, oh no, how could you ever accuse? And you're just like, wait a minute, where is this coming from, right? Like with Mr. Girl, maybe you could see it because Mr. Girl's at least got some numbers now. There's some clout to chase there. But with Tomfoolery, it's like you got Vosh like laying his shit on the line for Tomfoolery. You got to wonder what is going on. What does Tomfoolery know about Vosh? I don't know, chat. That's some tinfoil hat shit right there. I am not saying. I'm just saying. Okay. I feel like I don't know. I don't know, chat. I don't know what's going on there with Vosh and Tomfoolery, but it's not good. Whatever it is.
I typically find that their reactions differ so widely from the reactions of the online left that when the online left seems to implicitly...
Yeah, if they had that power, they wouldn't be dying on the streets. Like, wish people would log off and touch grass.
...think that the broader public wouldn't find certain behavior absolutely disgusting. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, the deal with Chud is that, like, okay, so the fucked up thing about Chud is that it's like, his name used to be a joke, right? And the joke was, like, you're arguing with a right-winger, and they say something, you know, kind of ridiculous, and you say, oh my God, what is this Chud logic, right? Now it feels like it applies more and more to him, as he is a, you know, left person or center person with some very chuddy logic, with some very chuddy underpinnings to like his ideas. So it's getting less and less ironic, and you're feeling more and more like, you know, there's going to be some Dave Rubin moment, right? When Xanderhal, Chud Logic, Vosh, the rest of these sussy bakas just go out and say it, and they're like, hey, I'm leaving the left because the left is cringe. All you SJWs, it's your fault. And yeah, it's going to be that kind of shit. It's going to be that kind of shit.
Are they talking about the flamenco porn leaks or something? Anyway, when they're not talking about something like horribly disgusting. Sorry, what? Destiny's not a true. I never said Destiny was a leftist. Already, we're getting it, guys. We're already getting it. The porn leaks? Oh yeah, we're already getting it. I mentioned Destiny for half a second. We already got the memes. Okay, we already got the memes in YouTube chat. Jesus Christ. Okay, no one's
holy shit, my dude.
No one's saying that, YouTube chat. Go chill out, okay? Chill out. Porn leaks, yes. Flamenco's porn accounts or something got leaked, and he had some stuff on there that didn't.
No, thank you. Anyway, no, thank you. Not interested. Whoa.
Said, we're not talking about that here, though. We are talking about the drama community. So
the drama community. I love calling it a community. I mean,
in the way that the online left will view a certain thing that happens, like drama-wise here, and how like these guys and ostensibly the average internet goer would view these types of things, right? And when I see the online left sort of inherently, or almost not inherently, but implicitly kind of suggest that the broader populace wouldn't be bothered by this type of behavior,
listen, the only
seems delusional to me.
The only kind of leaks I'm interested in are Hatsune Miku's leaks.
We're gonna
no, chat. I mean the vegetables. No, chat. No.
We're gonna get controversial.
The vegetables, okay? Yeah, leaks. Those kind of leaks. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What?
I'm gonna hit
what
you
did you think I was saying?
Of a controversial take. I'm going to hit you.
Oh
with
no, here we
now.
go. I'm gonna hit you with an example, dude. He is getting off. He's getting off by provoking the SJWs in his chat so they can pick them off one by one and be like, purged. Anybody that's gonna call him out, anybody that's gonna take exception to his view, like, right? He's just like baiting them. He's just in there fucking baiting these people.
Public. Destiny's optics are probably better than Vosh's. Simply because Destiny doesn't publicly label himself as anything. The fact that Vosh publicly labels himself as anything really harms his ability optically to reach more people. Destiny's front as being a completely objective logic bro, like not really married to any individual ideology, just following the facts, just following the data. That sort of logic bro persona is very attractive to people who value not being biased or not being partisan.
Now, am I saying that it's wrong to notice these things? Am I saying that it's wrong to have a lens to see the world as somebody who's not really politically aligned might see it? No, not at all. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. But the problem is Zan's analysis seems to begin and end there. And it seems to be very focused on like the marketing aspect, right? Like I don't feel a lot of praxis here. I don't feel a lot of like, you know, attempts to stir class consciousness here. I feel like he has given up on those things. And it's really funny because he did indeed get his start as, you know, selling himself as a leftist, talking about like, yeah, one of these days, if you donate enough money, we're going to read the bread book. It's going to be cool. I don't know if they ever got around to that, right? I'm, you know, extra doubt, but yeah, I don't know if that ever actually happened. But yeah, he's become more and more about like, what is he now? He's basically like a centrist drama streamer. He's like a, oh my god, like, see, the thing is, he loves peeking his chat like this though. He loves people like being like, you're too edgy, Xanderhal. He's like, yeah, I know it. He like, it's like he wants to be punished by, I don't know, chat. There's something going on here is all I'm saying. There's a little something going on here, right? With our dude Xanderhal.
As solely,
what is in his hat? I don't know. In his hand, I'm guessing it is a vape. It looks like a new vape though. Like He's got so many vapes. Very many. I have like 2 vapes, so I'm not one to talk, but
indicative of being correct, which is unfortunately a lot of people. A lot of people legitimately view nonpartisan as equaling correct. And so naturally, I think a lot of people...
Okay, so seeming nonpartisan, really good.
I think are going to view Destiny better than they're going to view Vosh. And I think that's one example right off the bat of where the online left probably thinks Vosh looks a lot better than he does to the average normie. Especially currently, as we've started to see more of a push. I think, honestly...
So, Xanderhal, when we're talking about Vosh's optics, it's interesting to me that the first thing that you go as far as saying, you know, the optics, the bad part of his optics is the fact that he openly calls himself a leftist. And he's kind of gotten more cagey about this too, right? He's pretty... Well, he's about as... What I'm trying to say is he's about as far right as somebody could be and still even have any, you know, patina of respectability in calling himself a leftist, right? It's like he's pushed it. He's really pushed it. So, you know, I don't know if his optics are as leftist as what Zan's saying, though, is whatever Vosh's optics are in terms of his stated ideology, it's too lefty. He should be hiding that power level. He should be, you know, kind of just being more generic, more general. He shouldn't, you know, state claims ideologically, right? And that's interesting. That's really interesting.
I think we gotta get.
Is he holding glue?
Back.
Get
Honestly,
the old Vosh back. Wait, which one's the old Vosh?
I think it was true of 2019 Vosh. I don't know, or maybe even 2020.
Do you want the Thought Slime stream Vosh back? Which Vosh do you want back again, Xanderhal? Which Vosh do you want? Which meltdown of Vosh's would you like to reignite? The one where he talks about... I don't even know if I can say what he talks about, right? I probably can't. I probably shouldn't ever repeat one of Vosh's takes. But chat, if you know Vosh, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, and you start to wonder, like, which of these takes does Xan want back? Which part of old Vosh is Xan, like, you know... is Xan pining for? There we go. Now I can see more of your takes, chat. Adjusted. Yes. Oh, so good. So good. I'm sorry. I had like this little aesthetic thing that I very much needed to satisfy. Oh, and this, and this, and this. Oh, so good. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I don't know if it's true of 2022 Vosh. He has had his edge ground
We
down
keep on.
quite a lot. I've had my edge ground down quite a lot. Destiny's had his edge ground down a lot too, but he's still kept it for the most part.
Okay, so if you don't understand this metaphor, I can throw a little, you know, light on it, right? Xanderhal has this weird metaphor, this weird image that he likes to use to describe the process of de-radicalization. So he says we come in and we're like sharp rocks, you know, and if we get around the smooth rocks, we're gonna poke them and we're gonna make them uncomfortable. So we're gonna keep these rocks in a separate container, and that would be the Xanderhal community, that would be the Vosh community, that'd be some, like, you know, edgy boy debate community, right? We're gonna keep the sharp rocks in there, and they can all bump around there with the, you know, R-slur and whatever else they like to use, right? And they don't get gate kept, right? And eventually they get their edge ground down, and then they can move into the next one and the next one, and the next one. So if you believe this, and this was a long time ago, I'm sure that they don't still back this stuff, right? I am sure that they don't still back. Is it really glue? I have no idea. I'm sure that they don't. 2019 was a good year for Vosh, prime Vosh that year. Oh my god, yeah, it's like a vintage of wine or something. What the fuck was I even talking about? He is a white dude, that is true. Oh my god, chat, I lost my train of thought. the tumblers. Okay, so he's got tumblers, right? Different tumblers for rocks. They get ground down, then they move to the next one, the next one. So you would think what he'd be saying is that, like, you come in from the right, you're really edgy, you hang out in Xanderhal's community, you hang out in Vosh's community till your edge gets ground down, and then you move into like Thought Slime's community or somewhere else, and like, you know what I mean? Eventually, like, everybody gets to be like a good intersectional leftist, but not at first, right? That's important. It's like you can't, like, you know, you can't hit them with everything at once. If you say, hey buddy, no Arsler here, they'll be like, fine, I don't want to be a leftist anyway, I'm gonna go back to the right wing, and then we've lost. And that is the overly simplistic way in which he views the process of de-radicalization. So it's you know, it's cringe. I don't like the metaphor. He's kind of obsessed with it. I think he just likes rock smoothing. What is this called when you put rocks in a tumbler? Whatever that thing is called. I think Xanderhal is just really into that, so he got, you know, enamored by the image or whatever. But like when he's saying edge ground down, that's what he meant. Now, he used to say that the edge getting ground down was a good thing, right? And that like people should move along as they get less edgy. Now he's saying, oh, that's a real problem, I got my edge ground. Oh my god, I can't believe did they grind your edge down? Oh my god, did they emasculate you of your edge? This is starting to get into that territory again, and people think I'm joking. People think I'm being a bitch. Okay, I might be a bitch, okay, but it's there's some truth to this, right? This has got big leaving the left vibes on it. This has got big leaving the left energy. This whole fucking VOD does. Am I reacting hard enough, White Nervosa? Am I reacting hard enough? Listen, 2 questions. The only 2 questions I really need to ask. Am I happy? And am I being real? React hard is not one of those questions. Sorry, White Nervosa.
Think about it. Have you noticed how much of the edge has been ground down? I feel like maybe it's
we
time
need more
to bring
edge. We bring the edge back.
And I'm gonna get more into that.
Be more
later.
edgy. Be shittier to more marginalized people. Shit on all the marginalized groups. Yes.
Augie RFC put out a
video. Oh my god.
Yes.
Dan wants a SJW Dommy Mommy. You could be correct. You could be correct.
Yesterday, it's got 15,000 views already, called "These People Ruined the Internet." I have no doubt that both you and
I know we always like.
Thanks, YouTube. Putting a paused video into full screen definitely means I want you to autoplay the video. It couldn't possibly mean anything else. Thank you, YouTube. As I was saying, I have no doubt many of you are
chat. Who gets more salty when shit doesn't work, Xanderhal or me?
going to disagree with this video. I have no doubt that I will disagree with this video.
I don't know.
However, this is not going to be a response video, so to say. I'm sure that I will drop in a few responses here and there, but for the most part, this is going to be an analysis. Analysis on how Augie,
lol, Buffy
somebody who is
lol.
not a leftist, somebody who holds most of, I would say, the good political positions where it matters.
I'm not allowed to have sharp, edgy opinions like that, though. Ooh, I have to be super nice.
Happening in this space. We need to understand how people who aren't in our echo chamber, and we are in an echo chamber.
The problem with the left is that it's not the right. Xanderhal, 2022.
Saying that you aren't in an echo chamber proves that you are in an echo chamber, okay?
You're in an even bigger echo chamber than you realize.
What makes you different is being able to look outside of it and analyze what people outside of it think of you. That's called self-awareness. And self-awareness is so important in politics. It's so important.
Okay, so you're seeing self-awareness as a stat that you want to max. I am seeing your desire to max that stat is problematic because I see it as a balance that you need to strike. What do I mean? I mean that it's like a tightrope, and if you push it too far, you're going to have problems in the other direction. I do think that self-awareness is important. I do think that it's worthwhile to, you know, try to look at yourself from another person's perspective. However, if you get too into looking at yourself through another person's perspective, like, chat, what if I looked at myself through Gammy's perspective? Okay, do you think I'd be happy? Gammy isn't happy. Gammy looks at herself through Gammy's perspective, and Gammy's not, like, right? What chance do I fucking have, right? What chance do I have, right? So no, I don't, like, it's nice to be aware of, like, okay, maybe, like, I want to take into account what you know, the what right-wing trans people like Gammy think of me, right? Just be aware of it. But like, I don't want to dwell on it. And it feels like Xanderhal not only wants to dwell on this, but he wants to immerse himself and supplant their truth for our truth. That's a mistake. That is a huge mistake. And paired with the germinal seed of dominance paradigm at the heart of debate culture, that is toxic. That is a recipe for disaster, right? I see this train going off the rails in the next year, chat. I do not foresee good times for Xanderhal. I don't know what he's going to turn into, but it's going to be something that his original self would not recognize, right? Would not recognize.
Politics is important, okay? But you can be anything if you are self-aware, okay? Anything if
even Mr. Girl?
If you're self-aware. Self-awareness.
I mean, that's what Destiny. This is a very Destiny take right here.
It's true.
This is a very Destiny take.
Let's go ahead and watch the video.
Now, I know we always like to start our days off with good and positive, uplifting news, right? But unfortunately, journalists have to remind us of the harsh realities of the world, you know? But it's tough work. It's admirable work, right? Gaming journalists, you know, bringing us the news.
Gaming,
you know, such
ethical
as, I don't know, a
gaming
grown man
journalists.
saying the F slur on stream. That's right. According to Jake Lucky, Aiden Ross has been accused of saying a homophobic slur. Thank you, Jake Lucky, for this groundbreaking...
For a little bit of background, does Augie give the full background on this?
Wait, what is
Jake
this?
Lucky
Like it's a fight?
Is a Twitch
What are we
streamer,
looking at?
I believe.
Anybody know?
Or a YouTuber.
Is this one of those YouTuber fights?
No, yeah. I think it's a
Chat, I mean, I can't talk too much shit. I challenged two Twitch streamers to fights. I still haven't heard anything back from either Samantha Banana or DJ Mule, but those invitations are definitely out there. Wait, I think I know you? Okay, maybe I misunderstood something. I don't know.
Big Twitch affiliated kind of
Or maybe that was
guy,
for
right?
something that happened like 2 minutes ago, and I'm like behind on the
long
chat.
and short of the drama, though,
It could be that
and
too.
the reason why it's important to this is
Oh my God, what
it
is
has
up with
basically
us?
caused a polarization between the edgy, like edge tubers, I guess is essentially
The
what you could call them.
edge-tubers,
Anybody
okay.
like, in the YouTube sphere who's like into edginess, and the more seemingly softer, more progressive Twitch
The
community.
soft rocks,
And,
yeah.
now a narrative is being
Oh my
built
God,
that it's like
I love that he thinks that the Twitch community is like somehow some sort of super left-wing SJW. Like, it is so not. Oh my God, Xanderhal, you don't know what you're talking about.
woke Twitch streamers versus the edgy based YouTubers, and now that narrative is formed because of this story. That's the long and short of it. But yeah, just in case Augie doesn't go into full detail on the story, because sometimes I find drama YouTubers will sort of presuppose their audience or the viewer has already done the prerequisite like catch-up work to know the context of a given situation, and I have not done the prerequisite catch-up work.
Journalism. This is just some top-notch shit right here. It's even better when the person who ran the stream,
I think Xander's 22.
that was my friend from high school, not Aiden Ross.
I think.
And ratioed the fuck out of him. Nice one. Good one, Jake Lucky. But you know what? Even if it was Aiden Ross saying the F slur, all right? Who fucking cares? So for the rest of the video, it's going to be me and Keemstar complaining about the people that really ruined the internet. These internet hall monitors that got to bring us this groundbreaking news that grown men on the internet are saying mean words. And this is somehow something that we need to, you know, get all worked up about and take seriously, I guess.
Does this not remind you of how people felt going into 2016? Everybody felt as though the left was pushing it too far and was censoring people and going on brigades trying to smear people. Like this reminds me of like exactly how people felt.
So we see that, I mean, this is an anti-SJW take circa like 2014. I guess Zan's been sitting on this. I guess this has been kind of like in the shadow regions of Zan's psyche, just like hanging out, looking, you know, and you can see it pop out its tendrils out from time to time. It seems like at this point, chat, it's popped 2 full tentacles out of either of his eyes. And Xanderhal is like an eldritch horror at this point of like old school Gamergate. He's legitimately got nostalgia for Gamergate. And I swear to God, I don't think this guy was actually part of Gamergate. I could be wrong, but I kind of doubt that.
Right in like 2015. This reminds me of the type of video someone would make. Not a political YouTuber, not a Sargon type, not a right-wing YouTuber. Somebody who is just your average commentary YouTuber, what they would have said in 2015. And that's not Augie's fault. Maybe it's gonna sound like I'm playing devil's advocate, or I'm like steel manning,
or I'm leaving the left. I don't know.
But I want to be clear here, okay? I think Augie's a reasonable guy.
This is like something from The Quartering or something. It's not. It's got big Jeremy energy, just not the. Yeah. It's like Jeremy Jr.
I've talked to the guy. I've seen his like thought process on things. And I think he's a reasonable guy. I do. I genuinely.
And then maybe counterpoints is Jeremy Sr.
Do. Even if I disagree with him, I think his thought process that he uses to arrive at his positions, you know, is fairly good, if uninformed at times, when it comes to politics. Because he doesn't really care about politics as much as he said. He's not really into politics that much. I like Augie. The thing is, though, he is still a subject to what he sees. He is still a subject to what he sees. He reports current events. He reports the drama. He has a constant feed of current events coming into him. Or coming into his view, I guess you get coming into him. Coming into his view, so to say. Listen, okay, if you think Augie's jawline / chin is even close to comparable to Leafy's, you are delusional. Leafy's neck... Leafy's, like, the bottom of Leafy's bottom lip basically just turned into his neck. Like, just kind of transferred seamlessly into his neck, okay? If you, like, there is a jaw here. What are you fucking talking about?
Am I on an incel for I'm just asking. Like, or is it a different, like a D cell? Like, which battery would be compatible were this to be an electronic device? That's what I'm asking, chat. And what forum would I go to for anyway, I don't even know what I'm saying. It's so mixed up, chat, but it's all very very platform friendly. At least it might not make sense.
Because the hair?
But it's platform friendly.
I guess the hair makes him look like Leafy, and he's got the mic. Okay, come on.
I don't even know what Leafy looks like. Leafy's like never on screen.
That's not even stolen valor. That's stolen shame. That's stolen shame. Anyway, as I was saying, though, Augie is still a subject to what he sees. He's getting all these current events, all these new developing updates, and the drama that's happening in this community constantly. And his opinion on this space is being molded.
Augie is a Chad. That is a... I'm not going to read who, but that's a Xanderhal chatter right there. This is a leftist community? Augie is a Chad? I don't know. Maybe they're just talking about his physical appearance. Why are we talking about his physical appearance, though? Like I said, this feels very... you know what I'm saying? This feels like we're kind of going to start talking about skull shapes soon here. I don't know, chat. What's going on here?
By what he is seeing.
We're going to talk about Augie's skull shape?
It is worth consideration.
His brow ridge?
If people are starting to see a lot of really bad behavior from people who are at the very least being associated with the left. I'm going to get more into why
Leafy looks like the Virgin meme
here, because I'm sure you guys your brains are stewing all sorts of ideas as what I could be suggesting could be the solution to these problems. But before you start suggesting what I might think be a solution to this problem, let me get to it first. Hear me out.
I really fucking hate the internet nowadays. Holy shit. Keemstar, what's going on?
Dude, this is absolutely bullshit. Jake Lucky is the biggest hypocritical piece of shit in the world. XCW or whatever the fuck his name is. Bro, do you understand? Do you understand that this son of a bitch, XQC, like clapped back at me saying absolute nonsense? And get this, over 100 verified accounts liked his tweet. Bro, we are dealing with a Twitch mafia. We are dealing with a fucking cult over there in the Twitch world, bro.
So the Twitch mafia, right? Somebody tell Keffals that she's the donna. Is it called donna in Italian? Like the feminine dawn? Yeah, right? The feminine urge to be a mafia boss, right?
Really after something, bro. It's insane. I'm not even joking. This fucker XQC responds to me, doesn't even respond to any of my points. The shit has like 90,000 likes on it. Bro, what the fuck is happening?
Bro, what the fuck is happening? Oh my god, dude.
Reporters, esport reporters.
Are we on South Park?
Fucking, like,
did somebody kill Kenny?
Like, somewhat credible people. It
what
makes
year
no
is
sense,
it?
Bro. Dude, the whole
what year is it, bro?
Is lacking oxygen to their fucking brain. I'm the
is
only
it
one still getting oxygen
2014?
to my brain. I don't know what is happening right now.
I mean, you might be right about the oxygen to the brain thing, but
for them, you know?
We need GamerGate 5.0.
But I don't think you're getting oxygen either.
Unironically, we need a new GamerGate.
They want a new
They're really
GamerGate.
trying to say to me that it isn't trash talk. What
they want a new GamerGate. Is that me? I'm not on. Okay, good.
That's misogyny. Isn't it both? Isn't it fucking
it's
both?
literally both.
Have we considered his
Not
stance?
mutually
Have we
exclusive.
considered Jake Lucky's stance on BDSM? Like, is he a dom or a sub?
Oh my
I don't.
god.
I don't
I'm
even
just
want. I
wondering.
don't.
These are the
I
questions.
He's a
Okay,
It's a
that part's
conspiracy. The
about
ratio is a
stop the
conspiracy.
leaked porn shit with the
Listen.
Mango Stalker guy.
Keffals' golden ratio is a conspiracy, okay? Keffals' infinite spin is a conspiracy, right? It's like Keffals did not obtain the holy corpse, is what I'm saying, chat. Keffals did not obtain the holy corpse through legitimate means. Keffals violated the rules of Steel Ball Run and therefore should be subject to some sort of frontier justice by debate bros. Obviously, chat, obviously.
Anyway, so with that said, clearly, I should mention, by the way,
He was already
Keemstar
irredeemable
was
before
right
game.
about that
Keemstar was
story.
right.
Not about the we need another game. Like, they weren't right about the we need another GamerGate or whatever. But like, that was false reporting. That was a
Okay, I literally don't know. Okay, so does anybody know what false report we're talking about? What story we're talking about? I have no idea what this is. Okay, so there's a false reporting. Anybody understand what the false reporting was?
Reporting that a streamer had said the N-word on stream when they hadn't.
Okay.
And then a bunch of fucking streamers, over 100 verified Twitter account, like journalists, game journalists, streamers, etc.
Oh my god, chat! I know that
that was the F slur. They said the F slur, right?
Sorry about the frames. Okay, I realize the frames are not what they should be. Hopefully, we'll get through this. Come on,
yes,
come on.
That was a
Come on, internet.
example of somebody falsely being smeared.
Just let me know how we're doing, okay? Let me know how we're doing.
Holy shit! Is there repeated instances of this? This Jake Lucky guy doesn't sound like.
Okay, I don't know this story. This is a
like
Jake Lucky.
You said N-word? Oh, I said the N-word? I'm used to referring to people saying a slur as the N-word. It's usually the slur that people get in trouble for. The F slur is not really one that, I don't know. That's when you don't really hear much people getting in trouble for anymore, do you, right? Like, the last time I heard the F slur was from trans women on Twitter, frankly. I'm gonna be honest. 99% of the time, I'm just hearing the F slur from, like, trans people on Twitter. It literally, I haven't heard a homophobe say the F slur in, like, months.
Oh, for sure.
Bro, I don't want to muddy the waters by like making jokes and shit like that, but like, dude, something needs to be done. I'm about to organize a giant campaign to start picking these fools off one by one. Bro, the power that they have to just go and fucking cancel people over bullshit when they've done the same.
Okay, I wanted to point out that in this stream segment of me watching Xanderhal, we've earned exactly the same amount of money. So, like, I don't know, can we ratio? I don't think we can ratio to Xanderhal as far as like as donos, but if we could like keep up with, I don't know, chat.
They've done the same. Like, I got XQC.
I'm just excited that I'm not getting buried, right?
If that is the case, then you were caught saying
He's got a much bigger chat than me, huh?
Okay, they're talking about two different things. There's the Jake Lucky thing with the streamer that was screaming the misogynistic stuff, and then there's the fake F slur accusation that got
so there's two different things.
So these are the two things that they're really mad about. I forgot about the Jake Lucky thing. God, how could I have forgotten about that? For those of you guys that don't know, there was a clip of a YouTube streamer named Jake Lucky who's like really blown up recently. Just fucking
look at that reaction. Look at that harder react.
The intro thing was still relevant though.
Definitely reacting harder.
The Jake Lucky thing was a clip of this streamer playing Valorant. He's really blown up on YouTube. He's gotten really fucking big. And
really big. Really blown up.
38,000 viewers on YouTube.
It's so good.
This is an insanely large gaming streamer. Just
huge.
Absurd size for a gaming streamer on YouTube.
This guy's huge.
38,000 viewers streaming.
You have no idea.
It's the speed guy or whatever. Was his name's Jake Lucky is a reporter? Oh, Jake Lucky was a reporter. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry, chat. Unreliable narrator much.
In the video, okay?
Unreliable narrator, Xanderhal.
Yelling. The dude in the video who was screaming and being mean to the lady in the video, okay? Listen, all right? I show speed's a minor, by the way?
Okay.
Really? Huh. Well, good for him, frankly. With that said, I show speed, frankly, fantastic content. Just some of the best content I...
Are you chasing his clout?
Okay.
Is that why you're
Can
saying
I open
this?
up with you guys for a moment? My favorite type of like Twitch content is guy who gets mad and starts raging and breaking shit while playing video games. Okay,
Hassan?
I find rage hilarious, and I don't blame, and not in like a lol cow making fun of the raging streamer kind of way either. Not like how people watch like Wings of Redemption or whatever. No, I think it's funny when people rage. I think that when people are mad, the things they say are funnier, and I find people to be funnier when they're mad. Not in
So
like
if everyone would just get mad,
I love watching.
then we'd all be
content.
equally funny.
My first introduction to
We'd
this
all be
would have been
extremely
like
funny.
Uber Haxer Nova smashing keyboards. That was always my. That was always like my favorite thing. I remember there were people that would bring like a shitty old keyboard to like E3 or whatever, and then meet Uber Haxer Nova, and then have him break their keyboard and sign it. So you'd have a signed broken keyboard from Uber Haxer Nova. Yeah.
It sounds
Anyway,
great.
he went on a bit of a rant,
Wow.
very similar to what you might see from any raging streamer, only it got a little bit...
Is Dan too young for this kind of nostalgia? This seems weird.
It
to
was
be
pretty
this
misogynistic. It got to the point,
nostalgic.
like, you're a female. Do I hear a female talk to me right now? Get in this kitchen and make your husband a sandwich. Stuff like that, right? Nothing all that. Like, didn't even call her a cunt, frankly. And this kid did not deserve to get banned. Okay? 17 years old to begin with.
I mean, like, does Xanderhal understand that playing a video game as a femoid is like really fucking frustrating, and that most of us like mute because of that? Most of us don't join voice. Most of us don't really get to play, you know, like, especially if you're trans or something like that, you know, or and I don't think it's, and I don't think that, like, you know, there's people have suggested like solutions to this, anywhere from like, you know, just like banning voice chat to you know, like, I mean, it seems to me like I don't know, I almost wish they'd get a little bit more aggressive with like the like moderation, right? I guess I get it why they don't, because it's just like there's too many people and it's too hard to make the calls and stuff like that, and they're gonna fuck up on the calls if they do that. But yeah, it's just like, it seems like there's got to be like some bounds of reason on you know, like, because yeah, you get the fucking grill shit all the just like, you just constantly, you know, you just like say something and like, you are not allowed to participate as a normal person. You are now a grill.
Even if he was 25, he would not have deserved to have been banned. I'm sorry, but like, I don't think you should get banned from YouTube for go make a sandwich jokes in an online game. I really don't. I don't, because I do enjoy like trolling content, and I think there is a point.
Like, okay, so what he's trying to say is that that in and of itself doesn't sound that bad, but what he's not getting is it's not just that. Like the you know, that's probably the mildest thing you hear is make me a sandwich. You're constantly hearing that shit. You're constantly hearing those jokes. You're constantly having to deal with this shit. You're constantly being singled out, right? It sucks. And I don't know what to say. Like, I get that things can be said in a different way and things can be sarcastic, but it's kind of like when you're getting so much of that, like, you know, make me a sandwich that's not ironic. Even an ironic make me a sandwich is, hey chat, how are my frames doing? I feel like we're having a little bit of problem with frames right now. I am so sorry about that. Yeah, that's more than a little bit of a problem. Okay, there we go. There's some power. There's some power.
Where things become harassment.
We're getting it back.
And I think there's a point where a game, I know he's not banned from YouTube. I think he got banned from Valorant. I can understand the Valorant ban. I don't like the calls for his ban from YouTube. He's still on YouTube, right? He's still on YouTube, right? Last time I checked, he was still on YouTube. I subbed to his channel. All Riot games. He's banned from all, even Hightail? Ah, that's tough.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They killed Kenny.
I mean, Riot's had a history of this. They banned, what was his name? Fuck. Tyler 1. They banned Tyler 1 from all of their games, particularly League, I think, because of his toxicity.
Oh my god, where did I put this thing?
He's a streamer. Yeah, Tyler 1. Riot does have a penchant for that, though I do still think it probably isn't justified. I personally really love, like, angry, mean troll content, especially in online games. And while I do really hate, like, going into an online game, like, booting up a game of, I don't know, fucking Overwatch, and I'm, like, playing a game of Overwatch, and I'm trying to fucking win, and I'm coordinating with the team and everything, and there's a girl on our team, you know.
Okay, so he knows what he knows what I'm talking about.
It's always like
it's smooth immediately after. Nice.
Spectrum, right?
Okay, we're back. We're good.
Coin, and there's two opposite sides of the same coin. It's either a guy literally losing his mind and being like, "Oh my god, a girl," and like simping for the girl the whole game, or overcorrecting in the opposite direction and just being a complete asshole to the girl because they don't want to seem like they're trying to simp for the girl gamer in the lobby, right? It always ends up being one of those things, and it fucking sucks. I hate it. I hate getting into a lobby and that happening, but, like, do I think the guy who did that should be banned from Overwatch?
Okay, here's my take. Some kind of ban at some point, maybe not a permanent one, right? Maybe a ban that'll help people get the message that they're, because, like, right now we just have to put up with this shit. And if it's annoying for you, Xanderhal, imagine what it's like to be the target of that, right? You love the stream title. I love the stream title. Everyone loves the stream title, except for White Nervosa. Sorry. And maybe Lonnie. Sorry. Lonnie, I promise not to be mean. White Nervosa, I promise to react harder. Am I okay? Am I a good girl? Okay. Just checking in. Just checking in on YouTube. Just making sure that that part of the audience is satisfied. Yeah, that's what we're doing. But yeah, this is, yeah, it's way worse to actually have to be the subject of this kind of shit. And like if there would be something at some point, you know, even like a 3-day ban, maybe, that if you do it again, then it turns into like a week ban. If you do it again, it turns into a month ban. Like, you know, some shit like that, where it's kind of like, okay, are you getting the message? You can't do this anymore. This is not cool, right? Because as is, it just, like, that's the default state. That is what's going on. If you're a woman playing in some game, if you have a certain kind of voice playing in some game, you're getting harassed constantly, right? It would be great if somebody would try to do something about that. But yeah, I get that. I'm actually surprised that this kind of stuff goes on in game. It makes maybe more sense in YouTube because, you know, it's like the whole, you know, reporting system and stuff. But in game, oh my god, that must be a nightmare to moderate. Can you imagine being a mod for a game, right?
No, I don't think so. I guess if it's repeated ongoing behavior that's causing, you know, legit problems for the community. Then
it is. But, like, wait.
A clip going
Xanderhal,
viral, which is what we're talking about here.
Does he not know that there is a consistent problem with this? He's got I think it sounds like he understands, but
one clip
you're saying from
viral,
one person.
This was done purely to save face for the company because a large amount of people online were calling for this 17-year-old essentially to basically have his career ended. This kid is 17 years old, and you had all these gaming journalists and you had all these big Twitch streamers calling for his career to essentially be ended. Not only were they praising the banning by Riot, but also calling for him to be banned by YouTube, where he's got his career now. And he's 17. And he apologized. Like, I don't even think he should have apologized, though I understand why he did. But, like, still, you know? Still, a lot of examples like this where... Do you guys remember how Count Dankula became famous? Hypers in chat, I feel like
we need to, like,
how Count Dankula became famous.
Can we make this go faster? Can we make the pain last, like, less long?
Kind of. I don't know who that is. Count Dankula became famous
There we go. So much
Because
better. So much better.
He took a video of his dog, his little pug, and he dressed it up in a Nazi outfit and taught it how to put its little hand, its little paw in the air, like a
His
little Nazi
stories
salute,
are so
and
slow.
got to like do that.
No offense.
In response to, I think when he'd say,
I'm not being mean, Lonnie. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying.
That, like, I think the video was called "Dude, your pug's a Nazi," and it's like he did it to prank his girlfriends. Like she'd come home. No, it's when he would say, "quote gas the Jews," that the dog would do the thing. Yeah, I don't know. It was very edgy, very very edgy, pretty inappropriate Nazi pug prank. But you know, it was just a prank. It was just a joke. It was just.
It's literally not just a joke. The only way you can say that is literally a joke is if you're not Jewish. That's how you know it's literally not a joke, okay? Like that. Like Xanderhal knows that like anti-Semitism is an active cultural issue. That there are people out there that take that kind of shit very seriously. How the fuck can he act like, oh no, it's just a joke like any other joke? No, it's just a joke with a horrible fucking historical like precedent. Yeah, it's right. And like now understand, I'm not saying that I know in Count Dankula's heart when he said that he was like, yeah, that'd be nice, right? I am not saying that. I don't know what Count Dankula is really about. I don't know what Count Dankula really thinks, right? And I'm not claiming that he was saying that as an endorsement, but stochastically speaking, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's out there. It was really irresponsible, and that kind of shit does do harm. I kind of thought that he understood this stuff, at least just a little bit, right? At least just a little bit.
A joke. No harm could possibly be caused by the world for that, and he got arrested and fined for hate speech for posting that video. And as much as we may all dislike Count Dankula,
whatever his name is,
as much as we may all dislike Count Dankula,
whatever his name is,
arrested and then fined, and it was a long standing.
Well, at least you don't like Count Dankula, I swear.
Though, it's worth it.
Sometimes I wonder.
Count Dankula was in the right. Count Dankula was fucked over by unlawful government overreach. It was completely fucked up. Count Dankula, maybe not morally, but certainly legally, was in the right. And anybody who cares about free speech should agree that what happened to Count Dankula was wrong. In the UK it is lawful, though. I mean, yeah, lawful is a bad word to use. I should say, by the morals that we typically try to form our laws around, at least here in the US, we would never, ever be okay with something like that happening.
So, what you're saying is that the US is good, the US is normal, other places that don't have the mindset, the liberal mindset of the US, and that might be a little bit more informed by World War fucking II, Xanderhal, have a different take on these things. Find those jokes a little bit less funny, right? Now, like, I will say that from an American perspective, it does seem like sending somebody to jail for that, like, you know, it's kind of a shock, right? Because we don't do that at all, right? Anything you suffer from a take like that is going to be like a socially imposed punishment. It's not going to be a punishment imposed by the law. So yeah, I get where he's saying that it seems, you know, that it's shocking, but shocking doesn't mean wrong, right? And also, like, you know, you're completely missing the harm that this joke did. I know it was a joke. I'm taking it as a joke. I'm assuming Dankula didn't mean it, and I still find a problem here. And I still find harm being done here, right? So, but Xanderhal doesn't see that. It's just like completely no. You can make any joke you want as long as it's like you're joking. And I don't know. This is
happening if we were the ones making that. Like, yeah, the point that I'm making here is that that's not something that we should be okay with.
Phobic stuff in games and kick from your team. Are you a homophobe? I mean, I would say no. I would say that is trash talk and you were trash talking in a game. But if you're saying that isn't trash talk, then he's saying that he's a homophobe. He's saying he's a homophobe. I got clips of him being rude to women, calling them fat bitches. I got clips of all this other stuff. If that's blatant misogyny, then why doesn't he get banned? I got today, Jake fucking Lucky tweeting at me saying, you don't know the difference between just banter among competitors, I believe he said, and straight up attacking a random woman.
Literally shit talking him in the game though. It was a back and forth.
Look,
obviously he was more aggressive, but
listen, I totally agree with Keemstar saying I think Twitch is like a huge dick measuring contest. And honestly, I hope he's packing something exceptional because it's really not a matter of if, but a matter of when we'll be cursed. That's it.
Look, we're
I fucking love Nick so much. What a fucking I
my
love
God.
Nick so much.
Xanderhal will A, bitch about SJWs here, B, talk about the excesses of the online left, or C, use this as an opportunity to segue into talking about the size of his manhood. What do you think?
For those of you guys that don't know, that quote was an edit of a post Flamenco had made about me on Kiwi Farms talking about my dick, and it's since become kind of a meme that Flamenco wants to see my dick, and he's playing along like, haha, very funny guys, huh? But like, you know, it bothers him deep down, and I do find it a little bit funny when Nick references that. Yeah, I think the quote was, Xan is pretty fast and loose with his dick pics, so it's not a matter of if, but when we will be cursed to see it. And then like, I hope he's packing something up exceptional. And I can assure you, I am above average as far as dick size goes. I will confirm that. As far as you guys getting to see it, more likely and sooner than you might expect. That's all I'll say. Potentially. If you guys are well behaved. I won't say how, and I won't say when, and it's not going to be nudes or anything, but you'll get an idea.
In the US, we would never fine you for Nazi shit. No,
don't worry about it. Put it on the back burner.
It's
Put
free
this entire part
speech
on the back burner, and you will remember
it's
it. When
free
the time comes.
speech.
We're gonna be cursed. Speaking of getting cursed, we're gonna be cursed back on that topic in an hour. All I'm
No,
saying is, Leo's comment to the call today.
And I'm gonna go ahead and get in front of this now. No, it does not involve OnlyFans. Okay, it is not sex work or OnlyFans. Okay, just getting out. I will confirm it is not that first and foremost, because I know that's going to be like the main meme for a while. So yeah, cozy TV. God no.
Maybe, or you're a bitch. All right, that's all I'm saying right here, and then we'll get back into that.
Dude, I want to know. There's multiple things going on. There's multiple things going on. One, they do not like to see black creators rising to the top. They don't like to see it. They don't like to see it. They do not like it. They do not like it. Dude, Speed is the first black streamer to be ranked #1 on any platform, Twitch or YouTube, in the history of the world. He is the first. He is the pioneer. He is the first one to be ranked #1 based on viewership alone. Like, he is the first.
So, if you guys remember, back in 2015, when Dave Rubin was really blowing up, do you remember the term that Dave Rubin coined for the SJWs when the GamerGate era was really ramping up? The term was the intolerant left.
Xanderhal, Dave Rubin, I would say, like, was unsuccessful. Okay, so we're totally not keeping up with Xanderhal's like chat at all. Dave Rubin was unsuccessful. Okay, highly unsuccessful. Dave Rubin did not have good optics. Yeah, Dave Rubin looked like an ass. Was a subject of ridicule, and you know, the aggregate effect that he had on the right was to make the right look bad. So why are you quoting Dave Rubin as if like, you remember when Dave Rubin kicked our ass with that intolerant, so much for the tolerant left? That became a joke. That became a meme. What are you fucking talking about? Why are you talking about this shit like these were battles that we were defeated in? These were fucking victories. These were raucous victories. And like, I know he's gonna say, well, on you being on the online left, you don't know what it really was, how it felt like to the outside world. No, I know how Dave Rubin looks to the outside world, and it's not good. Like, it's really obvious to see that he doesn't know what he's talking about, that he doesn't care about what he's talking about, and that he's selling gay people out. Like, right? Dave Rubin is cringe. Blair White is cringe. These people are not fucking, you know, victors. These people are not like, you know, the heroes of the right. They are the losers. They are the ones that are feeding. Okay? These people are feeding us, right? So don't look at them as like, remember when Dave Rubin did this fucking awesome PR shit to us, because he didn't. He lost. Like, that battle was lost. Don't forget.
The idea was that the right had in fact become more accepting of racial and sexual minorities than the left had.
And it became a meme, and it became a joke because it was ridiculous on its face.
Regressive left. I apologize. They use intolerant left as well. Regressive left. Yeah, the term was regressive left.
Is it regressive left? I don't care.
Concern troll and falsely claim that the left had become somehow more bigoted than the right, and that if you were truly a progressive who cared about, you know, being against racism or whatever, and you weren't an insane SJW, then the right was actually the place to be. It was part of an overall sort of push to convince progressive people that their value...
You're talking about the IDW. That was like a failed project, okay? Like, I get that for a while it was concerning, and like, in a way you could still see strains of the IDW in like what Bill Maher does, but like, again, Bill Maher is kind of coming at it from a more you know, Bill Maher is still under the grift of trying to pretend to be a left-winger. Dave Rubin quit that like years and years and years ago, right? But
that not only should they move more to the right, but that their currently held values align more with the right than the left. Holy fuck, I'd forgotten to even mention that during my whole alt-right pipeline thing. This is a very important thing to remember, by the way. The alt-right pipeline doesn't necessarily make you change your opinions. The alt-right pipeline convinces you that your moral principles and currently held opinions are more in line with another group of people and their ideas than where you currently are. And you don't even realize your opinions are like morphing in that time. Anyway, I feel like that's what Keemstar is kind of doing here. The same thing that Dave Rubin did, the regressive left narrative, or sorry, the regressive left narrative. The idea that he's concerned trolling. He doesn't actually give a shit that iShowSpeed is the first black streamer to hit like whatever on YouTube or whatever. He doesn't actually care about that. He doesn't actually care. He's weaponizing the fact that iShowSpeed is black to concern troll about a demographic of people that he doesn't like, Twitch streamers that tend to be more left-leaning, so that he can slander them as being the real racists. Because currently the narrative is that Keemstar is far right, because, well, I mean, the dude literally pushed the idea that, like, the election was stolen by Biden. Like, the guy literally on election day, or the day after the election, or the days after the election, once Biden was confirmed, he did a video in a cemetery when he said, yeah, you guys really came out to the ballots, and you guys voted, and your guy got elected. And then it, like, cuts, and it's him standing in a graveyard, so he's pushing the narrative that, like, a bunch of dead people voted for Biden. Yeah, it's nothing new. It's nothing new.
First, and they're trying to tear him down, and they're just trying to take him down, where they've all done similar shit. It doesn't make sense. What is the motivation? Jake Lucky is literally putting out tweets saying, this trash talk in Valorant, I kind of fucking dig it. What is the motivation? Explain it to me.
Likes and retweets, I think.
Okay, then why isn't Jake Lucky calling out XQC? He also trash talks. He also put
Because he hasn't done it recently.
Oh my god, but this thing from Speed happened a month ago. Like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah,
almost 2 weeks
but
ago.
a month ago versus a couple years ago. Also, excuse, yeah, I don't know. I'm just guessing on his motivations. I can't know for sure, obviously.
I don't know his motivations for sure either, but I can just say in general, yo, this...
For those of you who somehow don't know, XQC is pretty much the PewDiePie of, yeah, he's the PewDiePie of Twitch. He is the biggest Twitch streamer, I think. Like, at least as a single solo Twitch streamer recognizable figure, I mean, XQC is probably the biggest Twitch streamer.
Fucking community that have this underlying actual...
I think he just means in terms of size, not in recognizability, not in terms of politics.
Racism in them. This fucking community, like people out there that are actually fucking racist, they're not gonna be fucking happy because black creators are taking over on every single fucking front, especially streaming, bro. You're gonna be in just this ain't gonna be the white
yes.
bro. It's not
I don't know specifically racially.
Team really
there's
cares.
Like that they're cool with, right? Like there's other like big
yeah,
black
because they're down in their place. They're not in the #1 spot, bro. As soon as a black person gets the #1 spot, then we gotta tear him down. We gotta fucking tear him down. We gotta tear him down. It's fucking bullshit.
They really are pushing the narrative. Holy shit, Xan, I just remembered. Oh shit, you got some relevant memes, mouth? I mean, it really is the regressive left narrative, isn't it? This is no different than what Dave Rubin was saying back in 2015. This is no different than the narrative Dave Rubin built his current career on.
Dude.
Bro, Keemstar talking such bullshit.
What fucking career? What fucking career? The guy's miserable. What are you talking about? That's how he dug the hole that used to be his life? Yeah, that's true. True. That's how he fucked up? Yeah, true. That's how he lost his way as a grifter? True. True.
Well, there's no... Guys, you don't need to keep saying it's bullshit or what he's saying is dumb. I know it's dumb, guys. What's important here is that this is something I have not heard people saying on the right since 2015. This type of narrative, these types of talking points... This sort of like line of events that coincide, you know, and happen to really get, you know, blown up by...
Okay, so either one or two things are true. You haven't heard this shit since 2015, and it was unsuccessful, and it failed to make a mark, and it became ridiculed and lampooned and a meme, or you still hear this stuff from the right today, and therefore you're prognostication of right-wingers or people like Keemstar saying this indicates that we're going to get another cycle of what we had in 2015 is wrong-headed and sloppy and ridiculous. So neither of those put you in a great light, but like Xanderhal, which one is it? I legitimately don't know.
A lot of figures on YouTube that happen to unapologetically demonstrate a more favorable position towards one that's not on the left. Like, I don't know, like, it feels very similar.
I'm gonna get some tea.
XQC was in the hot seat for being a piece of shit, and I remember him getting, like, banned from Overwatch or some shit. Yeah, he's had issues with that in the past, yeah.
Yeah, but Keemstar, okay, hold on now. Keemstar, aren't you being hypocritical? Because when Alex was the top streamer on Battlecam, you tried to take him down, right?
No, Alex was not the... Actually, it was reversed. Alex was not the black streamer.
No.
Or popular black streamer. I was the popular 9% African, 56% Italian.
Alex is an intelligent African-American.
You know, I have a little, but anyhow, Alex was the little guy, and he was pissed off that I was going over there with my big audience, and he was trying to frame me for starting myself, and he was calling me Italian racial slurs. I responded with racial slurs, and that's what that fucking But, you know, everyone's saying, didn't you call Alex Xander? I don't care. I don't care what you say. Thank God you motherfuckers hate me. Thank God, because I am the only one that's free. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I can express any opinion I have on a massive scale. Massive little bastards to react to it, and there ain't a goddamn fucking thing you can do about it, except for ratio. That's all you got is ratio.
Okay.
Ratio!
Keem, you can't talk a big game like this in a voice call, and then immediately go on Twitter and bitch about
oh my god, I love it.
By the way, this is another tendency I'm going to call out, and it's a bitch-made tendency. I noticed reinforce it all the time. You ever see one of those like shock jock provocative?
The one thing I love about the ratio is how much these right-wingers like get salty about it and then claim that the ratio does nothing. It's just performant. It's nothing. It doesn't mean anything. But why do you hate getting ratioed so much?
Tour type say something like nobody
dominance
can cancel
paradigm
me. I'm
perhaps
so edgy. I just want to offend people. I'm all about fuck your feelings. I'm all about offending people. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I'm making like, and they'll just like puff their chests up about fuck your feelings. I don't care. But then they'll bitch and moan and whine about cancel culture because they absolutely do care about people's feelings.
It sounds like I'm pouring a drink, Chad. I promise you I'm not.
About it if they did.
It's just
or if they didn't.
Trader Joe's green tea.
Says the man who's screaming it.
I got facts and logic on my side.
No comment check brought to you by Trader Joe's and Raid Shadow Legends. Chat, should I do Raid Shadow Legends? They're knocking on my door again. I have gotten to this point in my career and not done Raid Shadow Legends.
Keemstar is the Kyle Rittenhouse of racism in the chat. GamerGate 2, boys.
Ooh.
Right, well, there we go.
Damn.
I honestly don't think
Trader Joe.
big edgy creators.
You got some tea.
XQC, shut the fuck up! XQC is one of the most edgy streamers there is! What are you saying? Use your fucking brain! This is one of those toxic gamers! Rose to fame!
Blowblacks is right here, by the way. Thank you, Blowblacks, for using like 3 brain cells more.
Wait, that's Blowblacks.
Like Blowblacks had to use
so
3
Keem
more brain
and
cells
Blowblacks
than
are in the
Keemstar
call
to reach
with Augie.
here, and Keemstar
I don't know these
cut it,
sussy bakas.
Like,
I don't know them at all.
It's hard to figure out that like it's obviously not that every Twitch streamer is racist and can't stand seeing a black streamer blow up.
There's way more.
Especially when
There's way more than to suggest Keemstar's right, but okay.
Keemstar, do you even know about Myth or Daquan or Hamlin's from like TSM back during the Fortnite days and how they blew up? They were like the top streamers for a while. Like they were the
You think
top
he
of
likes
my
woke
watch list.
scolding?
Daquan was the top of my watch list on Twitch back when he streamed Fortnite consistently. He had some really bad health and family issues for a while, so come here, boy, where he couldn't make content. But fuck, he was so goddamn funny. He made Twitch like streaming Fortnite actually like funny to me. And before that, I could not stand watching a Twitch stream play Fortnite. And I opened up a whole. I think Daquan was probably like the first streamer I watched actually, like for real, like that got me into like watching streams because I'd watched Destiny, but I didn't give a shit about his streams. I just watched his YouTube videos. But like watching in 2018, getting into Daquan's Twitch streams, and then like starting to watch like I did also end up watching like all the Twitch guys. Like you obviously got like
it's
Ninja
Void.
And fucking what was
it's not even real.
YouTube, the Canadian guy who was
doesn't
playing
exist.
Fortnite. He's really good,
just like me.
Canadian boy, and he's really good, really nice.
Just
dude.
like me,
I
chat.
can't remember his name. Fuck. Played a lot, not Shroud. I followed Shroud.
Void streamer.
I introduced to him. Like if it weren't for Daquan specifically, and like he was Nick A30. Thank you. Yeah, Nick A30. I ended up following him too back when he was on Twitch. Yeah. Anyway, I think was he ever on Twitch?
Smile is scary.
Anyway, I got into all of like the particularly Fortnite streamers because of Daquan's Fortnite stuff, and Daquan getting me into Twitch. Honestly, probably played a big part into me being here today. So like, I would probably name Daquan as one of those like foundational.
Wait, is he on
creators
Twitch?
In my, growing to become a content creator that, is partially responsible for
okay, he's back on Twitch. I didn't know that.
Yeah. As I said before, though, like, TSM Myth, Hamlin's, Daquan, these streamers were massive during their heyday before they all quit for individual reasons or slowed down for individual reasons. The idea that the Twitch sphere can't handle black streamers being at the top is absurd. It's clearly concerned trolling from Keemstar.
Because he's toxic. Rose to fame because he talks shit.
Yeah, but then he got in line for what people want.
He's not in line. He still talks shit. He still edgy. What the fuck are you saying? They're all hypocrites, Blowblacks. Don't fall into their shit. Do not fall into their shit. They are fucking gassing up the most toxic streamer, XQC, on their entire platform, and then going after fucking Speed for the same shit. Do not fall for this.
I'm just saying they also went after Leafy and he's not black. So I don't think it's specifically race related, but
when we're talking about Leafy, no, probably not. But you know what is different?
Keemstar.
Because I started this conversation by saying there's 2 things going on, all right? And I first talked about how they don't like to see, black streamers rising to the top of being number 1. They want to fucking tear that shit down. But the other part of it,
oh my god, I just got the best clickbait name for this video. Quote, we need another GamerGate, unquote, dash. Keemstar
you literally haven't you done this shit? Okay, that's your innovation. That's your innovation.
And YouTubers really need to fucking wake
That's your innovation. I gotcha.
Twitch versus YouTube. Dude,
okay.
Ironically though, as I was saying, I do think that Twitch versus YouTube is actually going to be the next big like splitting point for the start of like it's not going to be about ethics and gaming journalism like it was back then.
So chat, you know about the whole debate bro versus video essayist thing, right? And like it gets associated with the idea of streamer versus YouTube content creator, like creator of prepared content on YouTube versus streamer of live content like on Twitch or YouTube, right? The thing about that is that like what we're really talking about when we're talking about the battle between the debate bros and the video essayists isn't like the format. It's really the ideology underlying the format, whether it's a broken form of leftism based on dominance paradigm, a leftism whose prime point is that the left should be more right-wing, or it's, an actual form of intersectional leftism that doesn't leave people behind, that doesn't cut marginalized groups out and say that they're bad for optics and shit like that, right? In which case you still are dealing with, some bad faith actors, right, that are using the aesthetics of intersectionalism in order to settle interpersonal scores, and we've seen plenty of that, right? But overall, my take is that there's more problems on the debate sphere. The debate sphere is like inherently fucking corrupt. The debate sphere is inherently right-wing, right? So that's where I concentrate more of my efforts, even though we know there's problems on both sides, right? So it's what I'm saying is that it's a false dichotomy, in the sense that it's an oversimplified dichotomy, right? There's plenty of intersectional streamers. There's plenty of shitty, edgy, non-intersectional, fake leftist video essays, right? But the tendency is for one ideology to be more represented on each of the formats, right? And I think that this Twitch YouTube thing could be much the same.
It's going to be about the moral panic over Twitch streamers versus YouTubers. That's what it's going to be.
Moral panic?
It's been leading up for a while, but it's
okay. So is he talking about?
We haven't even reached the pinnacle yet.
Mafia.
This is like
the Twitch Mafia.
You're standing on your back porch, looking out at the ocean.
The Twitch
and there's a hurricane coming.
I mean, there is a Twitch Mafia. It's just not that.
You're standing there.
It's not SJWs.
Like the edge of the hurricane is right over your head. It hasn't, like the rain hasn't quite hit you yet, and you're looking at it. And you're saying, "It's already the hurricane is already happening." That's what you look like right now. Xanderhal.com needs themes. Asmongold opinions. He sometimes says some pretty progressive shit for a Yeehaw Texan. Oh, I love Asmongold. Asmongold's one of my favorite streamers.
He doesn't seem like a Yeehaw Texan.
Yeah, Asmongold definitely has a couple of like cringier political opinions. Or definitely
oh wait,
had,
I was thinking
like,
of
every time he talks politics.
Asmongold when we said
years,
excuse.
It's been nothing but based. Legitimately, it's been nothing but based. Like I've yet to hear him drop a cringe political take in like 2 years. So honestly, I can't really fault him. Like the last time he said something cringe was like 2016 during that election, and he's done nothing but like shit talk Trump, shit talk anti-vaxxers. He's a big fan of Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. He's like constantly reacting to his videos on stream and making fun of the crazy reactionaries and
we know
conservatives.
The great leftist Andrew Callahan.
Like, I don't know. Asmongold is probably like a sensible middle center left gamer type. Yeah. He even went on a rant about how people use the tryhard emote for racist like memes in like Twitch chats, and that's why he banned it, because he didn't like the racism in his chat.
The Twitch Mafia, they work together, fought like a unit. They fucking ratio their bad takes to each other and fucking like
ratio.
We've seen it. Do you remember the girl that threw the cat? What the fuck was her name?
Alinity.
Alinity. All right. They were all cracking jokes. We were all cracking jokes on Alinity. And then one day XQC says, you know what? We need to stop her. Whoever led that fucking thing. I think maybe.
Okay. The fact that Keemstar is legitimately one of those dudes who can't get a woman's name right, like in Archer, where they keep on calling Carol Cheryl and then Cheryl Carol and so on. The fact that like Keemstar is an unironic real life version of that tendency fits him so much that I want to believe it's fake. I want to believe it's fake. But it's Keemstar, so I know it's not him. I know he's not faking. He just... Listen, I think Keemstar is a morally reprehensible person, but I think of Keemstar at this point as like more of an idea than a person. Like Keemstar is not a guy. Keemstar is a concept, you know? Keemstar has transcended being a person on the internet. He's not hated or loved. He just is, you know? Keemstar
he's
just
like the
is.
weather.
You can't
he's
really
like
love or
me.
hate Keemstar. He's not going anywhere. He's not... Your
not going anywhere.
Change how he behaves. He just exists, and he just is. He will always have.
Okay, I'm not. Did I just compare myself to Keemstar? God damn me!
And in this space, he just is. We are all Keemstar if we think about it long enough. No, apparently the retirement thing was a prank. He's not actually retiring.
Oh yeah, just like Danabo.
They were making patch.
Did I just compare Danabo to Keemstar?
They decided. The Twitch Mafia decided. Then you were canceled for making patch.
Yeah, I definitely think it's platform-based and community-based.
Platform-based, bro. It's a mafia.
Oh my god, that is.
It's a mafia.
I honestly can't imagine my desktop having Ralph screen.
Like,
Ralph
look,
screen. Oh my god.
As someone who has had a DGG war room constructed to take her down by one Samantha Banana, I can say that the Twitch Mafia is real as fuck, but I don't know what the fuck these assholes are talking about. I don't think that they know Twitch from a hole in the ground. Like, seriously, what, like, I feel like we're getting the, like, online equivalent of, like, boomer takes here from these people. Like, right? This is not the Twitch politics I recognize. I don't think they know what they're talking about. I know Xan doesn't care about black content creators, but God, does he even know the mess of Twitch BHM? That, and we get paid less. No, algorithmically, like there's been examples of algorithms being, you know, TikTok's algorithm famously, right, discriminating against black people.
What did Ralph do? Should I like catch up on the as they call it, the Gunt saga?
Did you didn't miss
the Gunt memes? Should I?
Lynn, you got here at exactly the right time. Remember, like, a wizard or witch or sorceress or enchantress never arrives early, never arrives late, but always arrives precisely on time, and that's what you did today. You got here just in time for the good stuff, actually, and I'm not even kidding.
Like catch up on all of that and like.
But yeah, so
what if we did it on
let
stream?
me just give everybody, oh, hey, what's up, Coast to Coast? Okay, so here's the deal. Let me just give you like a quick rundown of what we're gonna watch today. All right, this is Xanderhal talking about Augie and Keemstar and wait, who else is in there? I can't remember. Blowblacks. I think Blowblacks is in there, right? And he's taking what's being said and saying, okay, Keemstar, bad. You know, Augie, don't quite agree with you, right? But then he's turning around and saying, hey, look at this bad stuff happening. This looks like a GamerGate 2.0. Do you know what, online left? We could stop this if you just be more right wing. If you just look at things through an optics lens. If you just stop being so left. We could no GamerGate, please. Xan's like playing good cop, bad cop with these people, and he said something about being friends with Augie. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if he's maybe like over, you know, representing their relationship or if that's real. But either way, it's kind of scary. Algorithms are racist as fuck. Yeah, and it's almost like because you know people are the ones, you know, at the very best. If the algorithm itself isn't explicitly racist, then the people populating the figures for the algorithm are going to be racist because we live in a country where like racism, you know, anti-blackness is in the is in the air we breathe, right? So yeah, no, it's definitely in the algorithm as well.
During the 2B2T gaming streams.
No one likes me.
Documentary like content on Ethan.
Oh, no one is like me. Oh, no one is like me. No one is like me. I got you. Oh my god.
The ridiculously like insane story of the Nazi kill stream host. Get Augie on for it.
Yo, Samantha Banana compared me to Keemstar, the editor for Lauren Southern. Samantha Banana said I was like Keemstar. That is rich, right there.
I'd rather just like do a like we're watching the video and learning about it. Like
okay, Samantha. Since I know that you're too much of a coward to accept my challenge to fight me in a kickboxing ring, how about another challenge? You and I get together in real life and we have a pie fight. We throw pies at each other, splattering. What's the best kind of pie, chat, for a pie fight? I mean, something creamy, something really creamy. Like oh my god, what do I want? Like a cream pie. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Samantha and I cream pie each other. Throw pies at each other. That's chat. What are we? No, chat. No. We're gonna throw pies at each other. Okay, we can have a pie throwing contest and see who gets messier.
Yeah, that could be fun because all I know are the Gunt memes, and I do love the Gunt memes. They are pretty funny. I remember that they used to call Flamenco the head, the leader of the Gunt Guard, is what they used to call him.
I am so sorry. I apologize. Really that was horrible.
From my understanding, for his constant.
I don't know what's going on with me today. It's weird.
They nicknamed him. There was okay. One night I stumbled across this stream from somebody who's probably a Nazi, but I mean, maybe not. I'm not going to throw that. You know, I'm not going to throw the label out that harshly. But I will say this guy's political opinions definitely don't line up with mine. His name was like PPP. That was the acronym. I don't remember his full name, but it was PPP. And like him and his whole chat were calling Flamenco the Gunt Guard.
Wait.
Or like the head of the Gunt Guard.
Politically provoked something or other? Does anybody know who Xanderhal's talking about? I have no idea. You're a little bit delayed because you're at work. Oh, that's understandable. That is called, Kat's post. Yeah, I want to read that actually. I'm kind of interested. Kat, if you don't know, wrote a whole thoughtful blog article about Vosh, essentially. You know, this is like Vosh, you know, fucking around and finding out, right? And he also like I think she goes over the other debate bros too, but she reads it. So there's like a I think there's like a voice recording version of the article too. So I wanted to go over that at some point.
And I just found that pretty silly.
Or do you mean Kat's original Twitter post?
Bro, this is the stupidest shit in the world. Imagine for fucking months on end, everybody's cracking jokes about throwing cats, and then they decide, a few top streamers like, you know what, let's not do that anymore. And if you do it, you're canceled. You're canceled if you make a cat joke. Are you fucking
so much social control. It's crazy.
Are you fucking kidding me?
They decide what's
I seem hyper. I'm very hyper. That's true. This is true. True.
For them to do it years ago. They're just literally their own social hierarchy.
They're literally right now.
Social hierarchy
here is just having the correct
Who said, so was that Blowblacks or Keemstar? Chat, please tell me Keemstar did not say social hierarchy. Keemstar, that's my thing, and you better back off. I'm gonna talk to my lawyer, Keemstar. I can't believe you're trying to take social hierarchy from me. I invented that shit. Keemstar, are you a secret NCC fan? What is up? What is, and if so, like, do you watch me muted? Because that's like the only thing that makes sense, is that you're here to be a coomer. I don't know, chat. I don't know. What do you think, chat?
Take of
what's going?
Just being hypocritical.
Was
assholes.
that Keemstar or was that Blowblacks? I couldn't. I literally can't tell their voices apart because I don't listen to this content.
If you hear this, if you see this video, if you watch it, if you hear what I have to say about this, all I have to take away from this here is, from this conversation is, Blowblacks, your take is based. You are correct. Keemstar is trying to make it a political thing. As it stands, this is not really a political thing. I guess the I show speed saying some misogynistic trash talk is like, I don't even consider it like that bad. I don't even think you should be banned. But if you don't take anything from this, know that Keemstar is the one trying to politicize this issue here, not the people on the left. We need a repeat of the Willie Mac show debate on Augie's show, but with you arguing with him about this, yeah, maybe.
Trying to change the definition of fucking trash talk.
I know, it's crazy.
And it's working. Thousands of them.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
No, find it.
Keemstar, right?
They're all gone. They deserve to be.
There is like some really just, like, the Twitch space between streamers and content creators really is brutal and cutthroat, though. It's super backstabby and fake and plastic.
Oh, yeah.
As the disco girls would say. I wish I could, like, talk about that, but it's impossible to do without giving names and examples, which is just not my thing. But yeah, there is a lot of stuff that once you become a Twitch streamer...
Xanderhal, it's because you're kind of like a... There's a word for it in dominance paradigm, and it also means cat. But I'm not going to say that because it's cringe to even say that word, but chat knows what I'm talking about. In Xanderhal's own terminology parlance, that the word... The word is a form of ussy, let's just say. Maybe even the original ussy. I don't know. Is it the... Yeah, I think it's the original ussy. Is the word that I'm talking about. Like Xanderhal, like, yeah, I mean, you can talk you can talk shit about Vosh. You literally can. You could start right now and you can say this and this is my problem with Vosh, and I don't like it when it does this, right? You can do that. But you will not be sucking off that clout teat anymore. That's what you mean. You mean that, like, financially, platform-wise, you can't do this, you know, that you have to go along to get along. And, you know, the whole ethos of Twitch politics is that you're not allowed to attack anybody that's inside the club, right? If they're in the club, you know, you lay off them. You only attack the acceptable targets by the group that you affiliate with, right? And if you step outside of that, you are, you know, you're gonna get dogpiled. Basically, it's a social hierarchy. Like, I don't know, was that Blowblacks or Keemstar? I don't want to think it was Keemstar. You uncritically hate super speeders.
You start to get into the GCs, you start to get into like the conversations with people start to gossip to you, people start to talk to you in like discords and stuff. Like you start to like
Zonia?
Some things about the community, and you start to put puzzles.
Xanderhal, you literally listened to Zonia and she got in your ear and she convinced you that nocommentchick is doing all this harmful shit. You know, you literally got used by a right-winger. You literally got used by a donor to Lauren Southern. That's after you fucking platformed Lauren Southern. So please, like, you know, like, oh God, like, as he's saying this, I just see how not ready for what he's doing he is. Like, he got tricked into attacking a former friend, into lying about a former friend, and you know, it was probably all because Zonia donated to him. Like, it's huge fucking conflict of interest too. Yeah, did I say that also about these people that are, like, you know, kind of right wing and drop a lot of money on Twitch chats? They also will guilt you into doing content on their enemies, like Zonia did, so she never fucking does her own dirty work. Like, on the surface, well, actually she does. Actually, she absolutely did. But then she deletes her Twitter and gets embarrassed and runs and hides, right? But, you know, this guy absolutely is, you know, just has his head up his ass to the point where he can't tell up from down. It's like, oh yeah, is nocommentchick doing bad things? Okay, we'll just have to talk about that. Yeah, it seems like there's these dossiers that nocommentchick had, and look, this one has my name on it. This one has my, oh my God, how dumb are you, dude? You got played. You got played by those people. You got absolutely used.
Pieces together that form a broader picture that you wish you could tell that broader picture.
He should have investigated just a bit more. No, he was gonna.
The public requires you to also tell this.
I swear to God, he did his investigation on stream, right? He got the information from Zonia and just like read it off like a because he gets paid to do that. She's fucking putting money in his pocket, and then she, you know, she gets to tell him what the fuck to do. Dude, every single person that did content on me, I would love for you to prove that you didn't take Zonia money. Because if you did, that's a huge conflict of interest, and that in and of itself is a story story, and it's part of a broader story about how, you know, the mega donors, the mega like right-wing, you know, in Sonia's case, alt-trans donors, right? And if you don't understand alt-trans, it's a part of the trans, I wouldn't even call it part of the trans movement. It's a right-wing it's a group of right-wing trans people whose politics are somewhere around the IDW, right? Somewhere around your Dave Rubins and, you know, your Jordan Petersons. Is, you know, that is the politics they kick. So they're not like, you know, I say alt-trans, it's a thing that Rose of Dawn started. They're not quite alt-right, but they're way too fucking close, and they're very much useful idiots for the alt-right. So we call those kind of streamers alt-trans. We call that kind of movement, you know, alt-trans, which, you know, usually has some variant of the TTT brainworms imbued in it, some kind of trans elitism where these trans people we like, these trans people are valid, these trans people are cringe, these trans people are making us look bad. Oh my God, you know, that's the kind of shit that we're talking about. And Xanderhal just was like, yep, okay, no comment chick bad, I guess so. Fuck her.
Pieces, and you know, I'm not in the business of telling those pieces.
Okay, I am a little bit hyper today, chat. I hope you don't mind.
I try to keep my secrets.
BD platform for the lying manipulation of the fucking youth, bro.
Okay, this is what I was talking about.
Oh, you saw?
He's a journalist. You want to know who's got all the power? It's the fucking journalist, dude. Because when Jake Lucky's one, when they decide, they put out the tweet, they get the fucking retweets, they get the attention, they get the fucking media pressure, and all of a sudden, I just can't play Valorant anymore because the employees at Riot saw it and immediately responded to it. Or the global head of YouTube Gaming who responded to this tweet right here. You know what I mean? It's the journalists that got the fucking power.
They can literally decide to cancel you. If the Twitch mob, like the top Twitch streamers, decide they don't like you, they can literally like try to ban you off platforms, try to ban you off of video games. They successfully banned Nitro Speed from all Riot games.
No, so, listen, I want you guys to listen to me. I want chat to listen to me as a mostly Caucasian man.
I really wonder who he's talking about. Who's getting you banned? Does he think that Keffals like you like flexed and got like Destiny? I mean, like, look, like I know she alluded to that on Twitter, but you got to understand that as a shit post, right? You know, I mean, like, yeah, like there was like maybe she played a part in getting him tilted, right? But who got Destiny banned? Let's be real. Who got I know they don't like me talking about this, but I'm talking about the game. Who got the game banned off? Anyway, chat, I can't even I don't even know what I'm allowed to say anymore, but like,
right. This shit flies under the radar.
Please don't ban me.
Racism, like, I don't see it. I don't catch it. Like a, you know, someone that's black does. Like, I don't really see it. But in this case, after talking to streamers,
what is that? Is that a vape? Legit?
Behind the scenes, bro. It's clear as day. They don't want to see a black kid winning. They don't want to see.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
They went after. It might just say he's black. He's 16 years old. They went after a 16-year-old kid. They tried to ruin his life at 16.
Do you guys think my point has been made? Regardless, I think we gotta talk. We gotta talk about the ratio queen, chat. It's gonna get spicy. All right. I'm gonna leave my own like personal opinion on Keffals out of this because
what are you gonna do, Xanderhal?
I don't think Keffals likes me. She's just never like been on friendly terms with me, so I just kind of, that's always been a sign to me in the space.
Look, I have social anxiety, okay? And it makes it really hard for me to deal in the Twitch space because I never know, like, you know, who's like on the NCCanon train. You know, Irene did everything bad, you know, like everything that goes wrong on Twitch is Irene's fault. Like, I don't know who's on that. I don't know who likes me. I don't know who's neutral, right? It's hard for me to feel out, right? So I'm sometimes a little bit avoidant as far as like other creators go, just because I've been burned by some really, you know, disingenuous bad faith actors, right? But this is this seems excessive for me. Like, wait, has Keffals ever said shit to you? Like, are you really gonna pick a fight with Keffals based on the fact that Keffals has never come over and be like, hey, Zanny Wanny, can I pet your little cheeks? Oh, you're so cute, Zanny Wanny. Oh, me. Like, you really? Like, is that what you need to feel confident that a person doesn't hate you? What the fuck? Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about like the game, Destiny. Definitely the game, not the person.
That like
#control Destiny,
drama,
the game.
We're not cool. And I'm like, I get it, all right. Regardless, though, Keffals has gotten very popular amongst the online left. Just
the online
broadly,
left.
Just like across the entire online left. Like even like from Mike from PA.
What are you gonna say?
Like Vosh to like. I think
what are you gonna say?
Like everybody.
So you wish you could
should give you an idea. Okay. Actually, the fact that like Mike from PA to Vosh, like that is how broad the support for Keffals has been. So I've noticed that like a lot of people have like really sort of like propped her up as this as a particularly good example of like good optics on the left. But like, whew, this has nothing to do with my, like, I don't really have a strong opinion on Keffals, frankly.
Okay.
Like,
oh, here we go.
But, like,
you got some tea. Are you ready for the tea chat? Tea time.
Already on the left. I'm not even talking about right-wing people, but like even just like liberals and centrist-leaning people do not get a very good impression. And I'm not saying this is like anything wrong or bad on Keffals' part, but what I found interesting was the disconnect. It was the disconnect that made me most interested. The difference between how much the online left likes this person and how much like everybody outside of the online left dislikes this person. Like this person has almost, it seems from what I've seen, almost exclusive like appeal to people already on the left. And I found that pretty interesting. Like, and it's not a bad thing. And you know, that's fine. It's okay. But like there's nothing wrong with that. But I did find it interesting how few people seem to notice it. And I wonder if that's a problem with the left. Self-awareness, you know? Like self-awareness seems like it's something we need to kind of like.
So shitting on Keffals, but not really shitting on Keffals. I get it.
Community. You know what? I can't speak.
I get it.
I can't speak for the broader left. I have no power over the broader left, and frankly, the broader left shouldn't listen to me. But my community. Look, if you're in my community and you're hearing what I have to say, and you
since you're such a coward, okay, let me show you how it's done. If you want to shit on Keffals, you take a take. For instance, cat boys over cat girls, and you just say Keffals is wrong about that. And it's simple as that. It's simple as that. You don't have to like, I don't know, like, right? You can disagree with somebody, like, you know, you can let us know how you feel, right? That is the one thing that I could think of off the top of my head, because this goes back, chat. So a long time ago, Keffals and I had drama, okay, and it was about cat boys and cat girls, and it was super serious, as you can imagine. That is a serious fucking debate, okay? And anybody that says that Keffals and I were not serious about that beef, you know, that it did not tear us apart, the divide over cat girls and cat boys, is just completely silly. Because it was a real fight. It was a real fight, chat. Claws were out. Row, row, row. It was really brutal and stuff, right, chat? That was real, okay?
I think that my opinion matters at all. Something that I think that culturally the left should try to focus on in the future is more self-awareness.
Here's the thing, Xanderhal, you've managed to sound like you are both kissing Keffals' ass on one hand and like that you really want to shit on her on the other. And that is like the worst of both worlds. You just I don't know what you did, but that is like the worst. That's just like, even from an optics point of view, which you seem to worship, right? That is the worst way you could have gone. Right? You're sitting on the fence and your balls are in danger, okay? Lonnie, help this guy out. Get him off the fence, okay? His balls are in danger. Balls are in danger.
I think self-awareness is the key.
Yeah, we can probably agree to disagree. I suppose. I can get along with Keffals. I suppose.
I think self-awareness is what got us there.
I suppose.
Was the Keffals underage catboy farm addressed? Was
she does do some pretty cool ratios, so
never saw any like resolution to the catboy ranch underage thing.
You don't like Blowblacks either.
But yeah, I don't know.
Blowblacks, sorry.
So many people either like Keffals so much they'll defend her, or hate Keffals so much they'll turn anything into something to attack her with. They're like, I can't find a neutral take on what happened yet.
I just gave you one.
I'm just letting that whole drama like.
I just gave you one.
And if Keffals ever like talks to me one day,
and it wasn't even weird,
and let her give me her story, and then like,
oh, okay,
we'll see if that story holds up, if like evidence is provided against that. That's generally how I like to do things. I'll listen to your story, and we'll see how well your story holds up to the evidence. Right? I think I'm generous.
Yeah, right. Look, dude.
With that said, though, I think my point was made.
I have no idea why Keffals won't come on with you when you've offered to adjudicate her court case, act as judge, jury, and executioner. What the fuck, Xanderhal? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
I think that
I'll tell you who you're not. You're not Keffals, okay? You're not Keffals.
If anything you take from this video, if you take anything from this video in my community, I think self-awareness for the left is very important, especially when we're moving.
He needs to be tried in Keffals courts. Exactly.
A straw man built of the left that the broader public has seen and doesn't like. Than we've seen since like 2014,
do I have
2015.
My cat ears?
It really does remind me of the pre-GamerGate days. So
you're getting.
That said, if you enjoyed
I feel like
video,
Xanderhal's getting excited about that.
Follow my social media if you want to.
It's gonna be so good, dunking on the SJWs.
And help my stream, help my content.
Okay, I think we watched everything. That's all there is to watch.